Okay, here's another one for my kindergartners. This is getepic.com, and this is great for books, digital books online. You can see that if you go through, you can create an account, and this again is last year's group of students. I was able to add through, and you can click and create individual little avatars for your students. And then this actually does a great job by keeping track of the number of books that the student has read, how long they have read for, the last time they were active. And I am kind of scrolling through and seeing that I think some of my students are actually still reading over the summertime because a lot of them have progressed on their levels. Each student here has their own name, which again they can do online at home or at school, which is great. Another way to kind of connect it back and forth. If we are to go here to the browse search button, it'll bring up books that are recommended based on the grade level that I've selected for the kids. And what's great about this is even if they can't read yet, I've taught them, and I will teach again this upcoming school year. If they see a book that has this green read to, they actually don't need to know how to read a book, but it will read it to them, which is great. It kind of gets them excited about reading. So if you were to click in, I just picked this random book called Good Night, Little Sea Otter.
Good Night, Little Sea Otter by Janet Halfman. Illustrated by Wish Williams. As the setting sun kissed the kelp forest, Little Sea Otter snuggled on Mama's chest. Mama fluffed her fur until she looked like a brown powder puff. Then it was bedtime, but Little Sea Otter wasn't ready to sleep. "I forgot to say good night to the harbor seals," she said.
So you kind of get the idea. You kind of get the idea about what this is. Once they actually finish the book and it goes all the way through, it'll actually mark it off on their account to keep track of the number of books, and they earn little badges and icons, which again is another positive motivator for them to continue reading at home and at school. This is a very independent activity also, which they really love. So again, it works well when I'm trying to work with small groups in my classroom. They can independently be working on this either at my collaboration listening center, individually on the iPads, or on the MacBooks, mini Macs that I have in my classroom. If you know of a specific book that you're looking for, it has a search feature here. You can actually save favorites if you have specific books that you really like and the student wants to read it over and over again. That's a great one there as well. Lots of different options. You can switch profiles, which is interesting to kind of teach my students about. So you can kind of see that the kids can also customize their little avatars. And when they finish reading books, you'll see they'll level up. So some students that don't read as much are still on a level 1, while other students that really got into it, Jackson, who I had last year, is on a level 22. So he can even read and use this during the summertime because I can tell he has used it continually still as the summer has gone on. So this is another great language arts reading website that I use in my classroom.